Hello there, very good afternoon. You're watching Lunchtime News on TV1, bringing you the news. I'm Tharusha Kumar Singha. Just before we start off, let's take a look at your headlines for this afternoon.
The Wari Saubhagya Irrigation National Program commences under the patronage of the President. Estate workers take to the streets after their daily wages are delayed. Court of Appeal stops action regarding Ranjan Ramanayaka's parliamentary seat till the 12th of this month. Ravi Karunanayaka and Arjuna Aloysius indicted. Joe Biden to end support for Saudi-led offensive operations in Yemen.
Your top story in the bulletin: the Wari Saubhagya Irrigation National Program was launched in Anuradhapura under the auspices of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa this morning.
5,000 small irrigation systems identified as waivers are to be developed through this national program in the country. Authorities said that 1,000 regional irrigation systems will be refurbished this year. The Wari Saubhagya National Program will be carried out with the involvement of the Ministry of Irrigation, Agrarian Services Department, Triforces and Civil Security Department. The construction of a tunnel to develop the Maha-Ela in the North Central Province began under the patronage of the President today as well. Meanwhile, the construction of a tunnel to develop the Maha-Ela in the North Central Province began under the patronage of the President as well. The tunnel, running across 28 kilometers, would be the country's longest of its kind. The length of the tunnel would be extended to 94 kilometers upon completing the construction of the Maha-Ela. The Ministry of Irrigation said that the Maha-Ela will be used to transport water from the Moragahakanda Reservoir to Mahakannadarava. The Wari Saubhagya National Program is implemented as a 4-year accelerated development project that will provide water to several large irrigation systems benefiting the Anuradhapura, Vaunia, Matale and Polonnaruwa districts. The development of the Wayamba Maha-Ela Canal is due to begin on the 16th of February under the patronage of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa.
One of your headline-making news this afternoon. The Court of Appeal today ordered the Secretary General of Parliament to refrain from taking any action on the parliamentary seat of Ranjan Ramanayaka until the 12th of February 2021.
The order was made when an application filed by Ranjan Ramanayaka against making his parliamentary seat vacant was taken up in the presence of Court of Appeal President Arjuna Obesekara and Justice Mayadunne Correa today. The application will be called up again on the 11th of February 2021.
Meanwhile, indictments were filed against former Finance Minister Ravi Karunanayaka and the beneficial owner of Perpetual Treasuries Limited, Arjuna Aloysius, at the Colombo High Court today. Upon filing the indictments, the Colombo High Court ordered for the accused to be released on a cash bail of 500,000 rupees each and 2 surety bails worth 5 million each for both of the suspects. The Colombo High Court judge also imposed several conditions while granting bail, including an overseas travel ban until the conclusion of the trial. The matter will be called up again on the 2nd of March 2021. 6 indictments have been filed against the 2 accused by the Commission to investigate allegations of bribery and corruption. Ravi Karunanayaka is facing charges of renting out an apartment at the Monarch Housing Complex during his tenure as Finance Minister using funds provided by Arjuna Aloysius, who was a director at Perpetual Treasuries Private Limited. Making news. Estate trade unions have commenced a strike over the delay to pay their 1,000 rupee wage.
The strike action has received the support of many factions, including from trade unions that are not connected to the estate sector. The shops in the Hatton town were closed today in solidarity with the ongoing trade union action. According to our reporters, shops in Bhagavantalava, Norwood, Muskelia, Kotagala and Talavakale have also been closed down in support of the trade union action. In addition, teachers of schools in the area along with garment factory workers have refrained from engaging in their duties. State Minister of Estate, Housing and Community Infrastructure, Jeevan Thondaman, arrived at the location and looked into the grievances of the trade union members.
We have commenced this trade union action with a strong objective. We have received the support of many factions to this. I thank them all.
Another group of estate workers in the Pitiyakandavatta area in Mawatagama also began a strike. The strike action commenced at 10 a.m. This 1,000 rupee daily wage has never been given to us if it wasn't for the discussions and protests. They say that it has been given to us while we were working. That is a lie. They cannot do this to us every day. We are helpless at the moment. They receive big salaries and we have to be content with 700 rupees. Our families are stricken with poverty. They do everything for their own benefit, completely disregarding us. It is only us who know the suffering we have to go through. These people only warmed their seats and earned 200 to 250,000 rupees, and they told us that this year's profit has been the lowest. They earn around 7,000 rupees from one estate worker on a daily basis. These people who earn 7,000 rupees from us on a daily basis say that they cannot give us 1,000 rupees.
Meanwhile, Indian authorities have taken steps to conduct a DNA test to confirm the identity of organized criminal gang leader Angodalokka. Police spokesperson DIG Ajit Rohana said that the National Investigation Agency of India had decided to conduct a DNA test to ascertain whether the person identified as Pradeep Singh, who died in India last August, was indeed Angodalokka.
පසුගිය 2017 වර්ෂයේදී කළුතර එතනමඩල ප්‍රදේශයේදී බන්ධනාගාර බස් රථයකට
In 2017, a prison bus was attacked in Ethanamadala, Kalutara. The suspects, along with the police officers, were killed in that incident. Madduma Lasantha Chandana Perera, alias Angodalokka, had then fled to India on a boat. In August last year, it was reported that Angodalokka had died in Coimbatore, India. The National Investigation Agency of India had informed Interpol about the death of Angodalokka, but they requested the Sri Lanka police to send the DNA profiles of the next of kin of Angodalokka to confirm his identity by conducting biological tests. The Sri Lanka police is in the process of sending the DNA profiles of the next of kin of Angodalokka to the Indian Criminal Investigations Department.
ඒ වගේම දැනට මේ සම්බන්ධයෙන් අපරාධ පරීක්ෂණ දෙපාර්තමේන්තුව අදාළ DNA සාම්පල් ඉන්දියාව වෙත යැවීමට කටයුතු කරමින් පවතිනවා.
Opposition leader Sajith Premadasa has said that critics have been deprived of their rights, although the country celebrated its 73rd Independence Day yesterday. The opposition leader made these remarks during an event in Minuwangoda.
Another phase of the opposition leader's mobile service program was held in Mudamulla in Minuwangoda recently. The opposition leader was apprised of the problems faced by area residents. An arrangement has been made to reopen schools on the 15th. I feel that the Education Minister had made this decision after only considering the situation at certain schools in Colombo. As a teacher and a public representative, I am aware that they allow academic sessions to take place after removing a child infected from COVID-19.
I had put forward your problem in Parliament. I also spoke about the issues surrounding textbooks that are given to children. GLPRI says that uniforms will be given to the students, but they have not been distributed yet. The number of textbooks that have been distributed is less than what is required. I also raised questions on the system of online schooling, just as you outlined today. GLPRI did not provide a definitive answer to that. We must not forget that a situation has been created in which individuals have been deprived of economic and political rights, as a political witch hunt continues to take place while taking revenge against critics amidst efforts to deprive politicians in our camp of their civic and political rights.
In more news from here at home, several civic groups handed over an epistle to UN office in Sri Lanka opposing the report of the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights on Sri Lanka. Representatives of several civic groups, including the Coalition of National Organizations, were among those who had handed over the epistle. The epistle had been accepted by an official at the UN office in Sri Lanka. In more news, India has requested Sri Lanka to repay the $400 million loan obtained under the swap agreement immediately.
Finance Secretary S.R. Artikala said that the central bank had taken steps to settle the loan that was due to be repaid on the 2nd of this month. However, it was earlier announced that Sri Lanka would be granted time until November 2022 to settle the debt. Meanwhile, the Finance Secretary has said that talks are underway to obtain new loans under a swap facility with China and India. He noted that arrangements have been made to obtain a loan of $1.5 billion from China this month. The Finance Secretary added that discussions are taking place with India for another swap facility.
On the sidelines of the 73rd Independence Day celebration, Sri Lanka Navy staged an amphibious landing demonstration at the Golf-Face Green, Colombo yesterday.
The simulation includes rehearsal scenarios that cover landing and related drills performed by officers and sailors from Sri Lanka Navy Marines who are famed as amphibious warfare specialists. This landing drill was augmented by landing ship tank, Sri Lanka Navy ship Shakti, SLNS Ranagaja, landing craft utility L821, L801 and L802, as well as small boats particularly used for amphibious operations. Due to the prevailing COVID-19 concerns, the mock beach insertion was conducted with the participation of a limited number of naval personnel.
That is all the news we have for you this afternoon. Have a good day and take care.